My name is Steve DeAngelo. I am the president of the ArcView Group, and we are a company that was started about 2 years ago to introduce investors to the cannabis community and cannabis entrepreneurs to the investment community.
Marijuana has only been legalized for recreational use in 2 states, Colorado and Washington. But that hasn't stopped the ArcView Investor Network, led by co-founder Steve DeAngelo, from holding 6 conferences around the U.S. in the past 2 years, where cannabis entrepreneurs have pitched startup ideas to large groups of potential investors. Today, ArcView is holding its 7th conference on Wall Street, in the heart of the financial capital of the world, New York City. Now, you are going to see over 20 legalized cannabis startups here today. What are you hoping to see?
What I hope to see happen here today is that some of the 20 companies who are presenting will actually get funded and will be able to get to work putting their ideas and their creativity to work building this new industry.
Because the development of a responsible, respected, politically engaged, and profitable cannabis industry, I believe, will be the single biggest factor in the day when not a single adult is punished for this plant.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Jensen. I'm Director of Sales. This is Dan Williams, President and Founder of Cannabis Security America, also known as CSA.
Well, I'm the President and CEO of Cannabis Security America. What we do is we provide security solutions such as alarm systems, CCTV, and door access for medical marijuana facilities and dispensaries.
We are a botanical oil separation extraction equipment manufacturer. So we manufacture the equipment that's used to separate the oils from basically any botanical, whether that's cannabis or lavender or anything really.
The National Cannabis Industry Association is the only organization representing cannabis businesses at the federal level. We lobby on behalf of these businesses to create fair and equitable policies to ensure that we can create strong, sustainable, regulated markets in states that allow them.
For the last several years, I've been researching the use of terpenes in products. Now, terpenes are the chemicals that give different kinds of cannabis its smells and its flavors and determine what type of effects each different breed or strain gives you.
Our company is called Reut, and we produce a product called the Halo. It's essentially an adapter that, when inserted into a standard 20-ounce cup, turns it into a water pipe.
The future of cannabis legislation is unclear, and the plant is still illegal in the eyes of the federal government. But according to DeAngelo, the risks associated with the industry aren't keeping investors away. What type of investors are coming to you for this?
We've seen a real transition in the kind of investors at ArcView from when we started a couple years ago till today. In the beginning, we mainly had cannabis industry insiders, people like me who had been successful, and we had a few high net worth individuals who had been donors to the political side of cannabis law reform. Now what we're seeing more and more is people who come to cannabis from an investment background, who have spent their lives as investors and first became interested in cannabis as investors. So we're beginning to see a move from cannabis industry insiders to more mainstream investment community players.
What I'm interested in seeing are businesses that take this very seriously, that are willing to put a professional face on the industry and help move this entire issue into the mainstream. I believe wholeheartedly that will not only lead to profits in the long term, and that folks that do it the right way now and establish credibility now will wind up being the winners financially in the long term. It'll also help further the policy agenda that I've been working on for my entire career, and that I think all of us in this room feel so strongly about.
The question is no longer whether cannabis is going to be legalized or even when it's going to be legalized, because we're right in the middle of that process now. The real question is, how is it going to be legalized? How will it be regulated? How will the market be organized? How will people be licensed? Who's going to make the money and who's not going to make the money? All of those questions are going to be played out over the course of the next few years as states like New York grapple with legalizing cannabis and bringing this heretofore illegal industry above ground, out of the shadows, into the light.